Hello, delicious friends, and welcome to Bloodlost, the Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition campaign, where these lot play as Thin-Bloods, and I cause trouble for them. I am Gaming FTL, or Jersh, or Josh, or whatever, and currently, Florence is chowing down on one of our delicious friends, I think. But yeah, everyone, let's... I'm really excited to see what you're going to do this week. So we're going to go around, introduce everyone, and then get right to it. So, Loki, Daddy Sheepdo, who are you?
Hello, I'm Loki, and also Sheepdog. I play Loki, I am Sheepdog.
Very concise. I love it. Nate and Delphron, who are you two?
Well, I'm Delphron everywhere. I play Nate. He's a little vampire who kind of is wanting a little bit extra power. But yeah, full-time streamer. Find me anywhere.
Adorable. That's what he is.
Find him.
Ooh.
Florence, Fuzzy Freaks, who are you?
Hello. Right, I'm Fuzzy Freaks, and I play Florence, and she's 85 or thereabouts. I don't know how old she is. I don't think she knows how. Nobody knows how old Florence is. She's just wizened.
She is just old. That is all they know.
Super goddamn old. She's got rats. She's got a lot of rats. I don't have any rats. I've got snails though. They're out tonight. They're currently eating some courgette because they're spoiled bastards and they won't fucking eat anything else except courgette.
Cheeky. Those snails.
I gave them some spinach, I gave them pepper. They're just there going like, oh, what any of that? How about some courgette? Oh yeah, I'll fucking eat the courgette.
What is it about courgette that they love?
I don't know. I think these fucking prima donnas. giant African land snails are massive prima donnas, apparently. Who knew?
Fair enough. Okay, well, we have some fallout from the previous episodes to consider. Everyone here has, after slaying a lupine and disrupting a cairn of lupines, doing a ritual of some description, they've left the forest in quite a state and gone home.
It'll buff out.
Yeah. And one thing we left on, which I think I would quite like to play out, is Florence returning to see her daughter, who is living somewhere in the city. Florence has been taking care of her. She's been creeping on her, really.
It's just an extreme form of helicopter parenting, okay? It's stealth drone helicopter parenting.
When her daughter's like 40 or something.
You know.
Okay.
It's fine.
So Florence leaves the Warrens of the Nosferatu and heads directly to the house of her daughter, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay. I believe you obfuscated last time, so I won't make you do it this time.
If in doubt, obfuscate. Always be obfuscating.
It's not the worst idea.
Oboe. Always be obfuscating. Oboe. The oboe hobo. Hobo?
Okay. Roll me wits obfuscate.
Right. Okay, where are we?
Just to see how effectively you are sneaking through the city. You don't need to be stealthy. People ignore you.
Hang on.
They ignore you anyway, but they ignore you even more when you are obfuscated. Maybe they notice a strange smell wafting by.
Oh wait, there we go. Wits discipline.
And they're like, has my mate just farted?
Right.
Let's move. And it gets real awkward.
There we go. Right, okay. Sorry. I'm just fucking up my rolls.
Don't worry about it. That's 3 successes, mate.
Nice. Excellent, yes. Sneaky motherfucker.
All right. Yeah, you. It's getting towards dawn, so at some point soon, everyone will need to find a place to sleep. But for the moment, there's no time pressure for you to get there and back. So, what exactly do you do when you arrive?
So I probably go looking for the guard. Well, I'll probably sort of like, hide in a bush and summon my guard rat that I left there.
Okay, yeah. The cheeky little retainer rat that you left there, it seems a little hungry when it comes up to you. It looks a little thinner than you left it because it's been a couple of nights now. It's been about a week. But comes up to you, describes nothing in particular, nothing of interest, and just kind of nuzzles.
I will sort of like give it some food and then I'll also offer it some of my blood as well.
Okay. Yes. At this point, it's not unfamiliar with your blood, so it gladly takes some of both.
It's basically probably what I do is I just put some like bread in the palm of my hand and then slice the palm of my hand and then mix it up so it's just got like blood.
Just soak it up like some kind of creepy summer pudding.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right then.
It's blood and butter pudding. It's good for you. Put meat on your bones.
Cool. It does so. And in a surprisingly short amount of time, it fills out. It looks better.
Oh, look at you. Oh, aren't you adorable? Yes, you are. Ears and things. Right, anyway. That's adorable. Anyway, so nothing particular is happening. So I'm going to sort of sneak up and post the envelope of money through the letterbox and then just sort of give a couple of sharp raps and then go and hide in the bush again.
Okay. 4 successes. You have just gotten into the bush when your daughter comes to the door, opens it, and looks around and says, "Hello?" "Hello? Who was that?" And she grumbles and closes the door. And then you hear like a gasp from the other side of the door.
And then I'll go and peer in through the window and see what she's doing.
She is reading through the note. And she's crying.
She's up against the window, just like.
And I have to do something.
Uh-oh.
2 successes. Okay. Someone walks up the path to your daughter's house. And it's clear to you that this is Polo Neck.
Which one's Polo Neck again?
The ghoul of a Nosferatu.
Ah.
And
if she's gonna sort of like go and knock on the door, I'm gonna use my celerity and I'm gonna get there before I'm gonna intercept her before she can get to the door.
Okay. I'm gonna say you need to do a rouse check to move that fast. You're fine. You don't go up in hunger. And you activate this new power from your blood.
Mm-hmm.
And before she even realizes, like, her eyes aren't focused on you by the time you get there, like, she's definitely staring at the door through your head for, like, a microsecond after you arrive.
Yeah, and Florence is going to be there just going...
Good evening, Florence.
Good evening.
So I was correct.
Correct, and I don't understand. What do you mean?
I was particularly interested in where you were going this evening.
Nowhere. Just taking the air.
I see. And the air around here is clearer, is it?
Yes.
Very well. Then you have no need or interest of a donation of any sort?
I don't know.
Then never mind.
This is not the appropriate place to be talking about this anyway.
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's figure that out. You hear movement from inside.
I'm going to sort of grab her arm and fucking try and hurry her away from the door as fast as I can.
She comes with you.
Right, we should definitely just I'm just going to sort of like hurry her round the corner.
Yeah, of the house, or like round the corner of the street or something?
Just out of eye shot of the house.
Okay, yeah, you go like behind a wall in the street. You know, Florence, loving something is, so I've been told, a weakness, some would say.
I've killed to protect her before, and I will do it again.
Understood.
But anyway, would you like a nice cup of tea, dear?
I'm afraid I'm too busy for that this evening.
All right then, well, that's fine.
Just know that your warning is understood. And I think the most important message I could bring to you this evening is that there has been a change of arrangement between you and Mr. Gates.
Oh?
He requires your continued work, and he appreciates the services you have already provided. However, there will be no compensation.
Oh?
And I think at this point you realise that she looks particularly like Angelica. I think it was you that noticed this previous. Or maybe Loki, I can't remember. But she says, Mr. Gates loved something once. And he understands the pain it can cause when that disappears.
Right. I think I understand you.
Marvellous. Well, I would hate to waste the rest of your night.
Oh,
I especially don't want to see you burn when the sun comes up. So, good night.
Good night, dear. Forrest is just there like, should I kill her? Should I kill her? Should I kill her? No, it's a terrible idea. Don't do that. Right. Bugger. Forrest is just like, oh, fuck. No, dear. Oh, right. And then she's going to go back to the house and just peer through the window again.
Okay, yeah. And you watch your daughter sit back down after clearly having gone to the door. You may have heard her talking, like looking around in her garden for anything. She didn't seem to find anything. Just sits down in a chair with a wad of bills just spread out on the table. Breaking down and crying.
So, she's not safe here. So Florence is just like, basically Florence's sort of like train of thought now is like, she's not safe here. They know where she is now. Fuck. What do I do? Shit. Fuck. Bugger. Right. All right, well, we'll have to think of something. All right, you, my little friend, stay and guard her, all right? Or just come and find me if something happens. Right. Oh, I tell you what, this time I'll leave you with an apple. There you go, dear. Don't eat it all at once.
It begins to nibble.
Now, you remember what happened last time you ate an entire apple in one go? Do you remember how sick you were? That's all right. So don't do that again, all right?
Okay.
Just a little bit. No, right. And then Florence is going to sort of like bimble off to Loki's place.
All right. So, both Nate and Loki, I need to know where you are at this point because I remember people split up, but I can't remember where to.
My sewers.
I have no idea where Nate went.
He just disappeared.
I have literally no idea.
Safe.
If he went with Loki, if Loki let him, probably not because I think Loki wanted to hide the book or something.
No, you can come with.
Okay. Nate would have hung around with you then.
Because I know that Ferris wanted to go off by himself to see Florence. So, yeah. And we're comrades now.
You have a common purpose.
Yeah.
Serving
Very
Ferris?
common.
Serving Ferris.
Ferris is in a particularly interesting position in the Camarilla, but he seems to be willing to support you and you him, which for everyone involved is a bonus. Florence will probably take a little bit of time to arrive at Loki's, so Nate, you are basically free to decide exactly where in the city you are. Although, understand, you are not too far from Dawn.
Oh. No, I would have, gone straight with Loki. Where did Loki go?
To the sewer hideout.
Yeah, then Nate would have gone to the sewer hideout.
Which means you get to see my most safest of hideouts.
Still in the sewer, though.
It is not nice.
Oh, it's really safe in here, but I hate it.
Oh yeah, it's horrific. You'll hate it, but
I love
it
that.
is.
Okay, is there any conversation that the two of you would like to have as you travel together through sewers, through back alleys?
That was interesting.
Do you think Florence is going to be okay?
Are you worried that he's going to kill her?
He seemed pretty strange.
It's hard to get an exact reading of him,
I guess.
but he seems to be more, I won't say respectful, but understanding of people like us. Which is nice, because usually it's, hey, bitch, do what I tell you to. And then not even thanks when you do it.
I feel like he's a man who knows just what he wants. They'll say that with a little shitting grin.
And he seems nicer than Bradley, who seemed like a bit of an asshole, I want to say.
He was, but he knew a lot. And when you don't know very much, anyone who knows anything can be an asset.
True. Well, here is my... We're currently walking through the sewers, so I imagine Nate is also at times grimacing and like stepping over poop and stuff like that. Here is my safest of all hideouts.
Why do all vampires exist in this fucking shithole?
Well, it's just me, really, down here. But I understand the confusion. We have been down into the sewers quite a lot.
I can see why no one finds you. It's disgusting.
You get used to it. Some of us. Sometimes. But, so, we're going in. You need to step exactly where I step. Don't wander off. Don't get distracted. If you step where I don't step, you may die. Okay?
Delightful. Proceed.
So I take Nate through the traps and the dangers and the twists and turns into my sewer hideout.
Okay. Beautiful.
So, it's not much, but as I said, it's the safest I have. Feel free to make yourself at home. I am going to sequester myself for a little bit. I have a little bit of work to do on Ferris's behalf.
What work?
I need to go through some records and some other things, and I take the laptop. I'm like, I'm basically covering the book in my jacket with the laptop.
I'm pretty good at technology if you want help.
No. I'm pretty sure Ferris has his own plans for you. I had a quick word with him, and we discussed tactics and things to be doing. I think you're going to be entering into the world of politics, Nate, so maybe you should start acquainting. And I'm going to point to my shelves. I've got some files on, like, not prominent kindred, but, you know, kindred I've run across and these kind of things. So there's probably enough information to kind of browse through a little bit and learn some things. You could have a look through. There's some files there on kindred in the Camarilla in the city. If
what will this cost?
Well, we're on the same side now. So
I'd like you to offer up information for free. And Nate like eyes the laptop really suspiciously.
Nate, do a wits insight roll. Low-key charisma subterfuge.
Charisma? Yeah.
Was it wits insight or intelligence insight?
Wits. Loki's just holding the computer tight because he wants to move it somewhere to do stuff. Whatever.
The price, Nate, has been already paid by Ferris with his protection and his... If I improve your knowledge so you can do a better job, it helps all of us.
Speaking of jobs, can I explain yourself in the bar earlier? Seems like you kind of threw me to the wolves.
When?
With the man? If we're on the same side, why would you just leave me to fend for myself?
We weren't on the same side then. You didn't throw in with Ferris until a little bit later. And neither did I.
I suppose you're right. Okay.
Also, that was very impulsive and you needed to learn a lesson about how to conduct yourself with the humans and whatnot.
We got the information we wanted.
I imagine 2 people died, though.
Minor casualties.
Not untrue, but they could have been avoided. At least one of
The
them.
old woman, maybe. I did feel bad for her. Do you think he'll be back?
I doubt it. I can't see that there's anything here for him to regain. Sometimes when you slip from power that badly, there's nothing to come back to.
True. Be nice to make him suffer for that, though. That was quite a backhanded move.
Yeah. I mean, who's so dastardly and downright that they screw over their own mother?
Yeah. And he's out there while we're stuck here.
I imagine there's a bounty on him, or at least a kill order on him, so...
True. But who's to say he doesn't have some person on the other side willing to, how we say, refresh him to the old ways?
Could be, but either way, regardless of what he is, he's probably still got a sentence on his head.
Yeah. And what are we doing about John? I thought we wanted his blood.
Yeah. It's very... You know John better than me, but even I could tell that it's going to have to be either a very delicate or subtle way to get his blood. I don't think there's going to be any forcing him. Did you see him rip apart that werewolf and then just turn up with it? He took it out by himself. That's kind of scary.
That was definitely a tasty werewolf, I'll say. I mean, impressive, but I mean, we're just going to have to be more careful.
Like, Ferris is ridiculously skilled and pretty good in a fight, and it still took all four of us basically to take down a werewolf. John did it by himself. That's terrifying.
Do you have any information on Ferris?
I was sent some.
And what about Angelica?
Yes, I do have information on Angelica.
Can I read it?
Information on Ferris would cost you. Information on Angelica would be acceptable, seeing as she's dead, and the information is probably mostly worthless now.
Okay, I'll take whatever you have on Angelica. If it's good, we'll see about the stuff on Ferris.
So that's with the other folders, because I believe I got that as part of my
your info dump from your investigator contact. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there was info about Ferris in there, but obviously I've separated them into different files.
Yes, Nate. Exactly what did you do with the info dump that you got from the investigator? You took it with you, or left it at the other apartment?
I left it at the apartment. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. So Loki has no idea that he has a significantly larger amount of info on Ferris.
Yeah. And a follow-up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if that changes. I guess I'll be studying.
Study hard. It's very important to know as much as you can about your enemies.
Okay. I think, Nate, should roll me intelligence, academics, or politics. Actually, you don't actually have to do any.
Maybe just like a straight up intelligence or to see.
Yeah, just a straight up intelligence roll. Intelligence wits. Make it an actual dice pool. One success. You can ask me one question about Angelica or Ferris.
I didn't give him Ferris unless he sneaked a look while I went off to...
Oh, okay.
But just to make note, and it's kind of in Nate's nature to be a nosy Parker, Loki's going off somewhere where he won't be able to see you.
Oh yeah, Nate's gonna totally wait for you to go and just
You don't know if he's got like surveillance or anything in here, but
Probably doesn't care.
yeah, I doubt that would matter to me.
Yeah, so I think the question, it would be just based on the origins of Angelica, like when she first appears in social media or stuff like that. Kind of like just he wants to know more about like his relation to her, why she would pick him. Is there other people like him that she keeps picking? Are these people that he can like seek out?
Okay. Well, in that case, pick one of the two, like the origins of Angelica, or are there others recognizable like you?
Yeah, others recognizable like Nate, I think.
All
That
right.
gives him like a contact pool to reach out to, I think.
From what you understand, there are others like you. There are very. I think the only problem is remembering what I wrote is one of them's dead, and that's Kinga, and the other one has disappeared, and that's Mr. Brass. This is not. You are definitely not the first that has been sired because of Angelica, not directly by her, but because of, links between her and various levels of dissociation between her and the people that are now elsewhere.
Because I think Nate's just a bit curious about his origin, because like Ferris kind of said that it was because she chose Nate or whatever, or he was like in control. So Nate's kind of wondering, why did he leave him then? If that made sense. Like if Angelica, you know what I mean? I think that's what Nate's like train of thought is on.
Okay.
Loki, as soon as he gets isolated, is going to read that book.
Eat the book.
Read the book.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Yes, I've got my knife and fork. I'd like to eat this book, please.
Marvelous.
Clearly, that's how
One
you.
way to hide the information.
Yeah.
If it was John, that book would definitely be eaten.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised
All
he
right.
hadn't done.
Nate, are you sneaking around trying to get information you shouldn't?
Oh yeah, big time. Like Nate is just, as soon as like he goes and Nate's found the information on Angelica, Nate's gonna have a little bit of a look around everything, pots and pans, like floorboards. I think that looks a little bit weird. He's just gonna have a little bit of a stumble.
All right, wits investigation.
Okay. Let's see. I need to get this by some investigation points.
2 successes.
Possibly. That's 2 though. What the hell? Ooh.
I would like to pipe up and say that's probably not enough to find the thing.
Are you sure?
I have in this.
Oh no,
haven-
I'm looking at it now. Yeah, it's not enough. Okay, it's not enough to find the thing. What you get?
With Larry Rocket.
What you get is
You could probably find the what was it? What was I hidden here? I hid something in here. It was.
Was it one of the notebooks?
It was the wallet and stuff from the detective.
Oh, Detective Shuichi.
No, the other one.
Bolu. The one
Yeah,
that you
Bolu.
hid in a thing.
It's her gun and her ID and wallet and all her and her phone as well, actually.
Okay.
So that's not hidden super well.
You find that. You find the other detective who you dominated and eventually killed in a sewer. You find her stuff,
Okay.
which
I think he'll
includes...
just flick through the wallet for an interesting, like a family photo or whatever, just to see if she had any pictures in there. Is the phone turned on? Is it dead?
At this point, it's dead.
Okay. Then he wouldn't really, I guess, care about it. if it's dead. Can you take the bullets from the gun?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a so in the wallet you see that she was part of Special Branch, police force, Special Branch. You see that she was Detective Borlu. You see, I can't think of anything else beyond that, but yeah. There's probably a photo of her and some family. It looks old, though.
Okay. I think other than that...
How many days was she from retirement?
1.
Makes sense.
Oh, by the way, Josh, with reading the book, I 100% understand if it's in a language that Loki doesn't,
Do you have any points in languages?
Just occult, no language.
Okay, you don't have any points in language. There isn't a language stat. It's an advantage, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it would probably also be like a speciality, like academics languages or something like that, maybe. But,
yeah, I think there is a languages advantage in the actual base book, but for the moment, let's say that what languages does Loki speak or read in this instance?
Probably just English fluently or like properly.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he was on tour, he probably picked up some. What is it? The language that they. Maybe Arabic.
Yep. Could have taken.
And he probably served at least one tour in Germany because I've got a lot of military mates and they always end up serving tours in Germany. So
fair enough.
Probably a little bit of German and stuff, but nothing past ordering.
Can I be a hot bitter? Cheers, mate.
There you go.
Fair enough. Okay. Merits linguistics. You can point. Yeah, you can put it in a background, but that's nothing to do with this. All right. Make me an intelligence occult roll, because there are diagrams in this.
I would imagine that it's a fairly high.
3 successes. What you know is that this is a combination of Latin and something that resembles English, another Latin script language, but it has other symbols in it that you don't know. You don't know where it's from. Okay. Also, you see diagrams of the Earth. You see diagrams of, strata. You don't know how it's labeled, but what else? Oh, you see lots of boxes with dots in.
Okay. Well, I didn't actually think I was going to get anything out of this. It's just worth a try before I...
3 successes is quite a lot.
But I'm going to need a scholar or someone.
You're going to need someone who can speak Latin and then whatever the fuck that other language is.
Okay. Well, book's going back in the jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume this took long enough for Nate to thoroughly search my safe house. And I'll come out to, I assume, him sitting there pretending to study Kindred in the city.
Probably. I think also, Nate, you get the name on a couple of the files that you look through that you were technically allowed to look through. James Wayward.
Ooh, okay.
Or not James Wayward. Oh, yeah, probably James Wayward. Yeah.
It probably... And Repario.
Repario Investigations.
Okay. Let me me just pop that in. I think Nate would just be on his phone looking at those sites on more occult werewolves and stuff. To try and see what he could understand. If he's like looking up like rituals, like I know werewolf rituals, I know like things that like the internet has like scaled upon. Even like if they're like completely false, he's gonna like bookmark them and maybe scale through them.
Fair enough. Would you like to do an occult roll then?
Yeah.
Intelligence occult.
Okay.
2 successes. What question are you looking to answer?
I think his search is quite generic, just because, I mean, they probably don't know that much. But anything that, like, if there's, like, any, like, rituals that are known to, like, affect geomancy, I think would be
Question.
the target search.
Mm-hmm.
Nate saw the... Wait, was it Florence or Nate who saw the ghostly ghoulies? Or the
It was Nate.
Oh, at the stone circle.
Yeah. Because if he saw that, I'm wondering if he was looking into that specifically, because that was weird.
Florence didn't see shit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he would look into like anything like that, like spirit stuff, anything that's like, because he doesn't know anything about the runs, he doesn't know the specific terms. So if nothing comes up, nothing comes up. But I definitely think he'd be searching like werewolf magic, werewolf rituals, book of werewolves, something like that. Anything that like is related to those kind of searches.
Okay. So the way the internet works is that in
It's
this
a series of tubes.
yes.
I think his
In this
own
particular instance,
thing to
you
sit
don't
them
find
down.
anything werewolf related. Maybe it's just like werewolf stuff on a page, like people wish there were werewolves sort of web pages and conspiracy and occult stuff. But what it leads you into is
How much fairy bullshit is there?
there's some fairy bullshit, but Nate's not. He's not that unfamiliar with fairy bullshit, I imagine. You get led via like Wikipedia holes to Wicca. And you end up there probably because of the stone circle and henge connections and you know, rituals, and then there's all this stuff about burning various things and wrapping things and tying knots. And there's even one aside that says like there's no such thing as a warlock. A warlock is a knot. But then the ritual stuff, it goes into the fact that in general terms, henges are generally on points of power in general.
Motherfucking
And-
ley lines.
And they are connected via ley lines. But that's just like very vague stuff you could find on Wikipedia sort of stuff. There's no
like, all
in-depth
this- that's
werewolf
what I expected to
information.
find.
Very readily available, easy stuff to find. But it gives you context with 2 successes.
Okay. Other than that, yeah, I think he might search up that particular Stonehenge, see if there was any events or anything that happened there.
When you search that particular Stonehenge, you don't find anything. Literally nothing.
Now
think
that's
that's-
suspicious.
Florence, you probably arrive at this time, and I think all of this has taken you to dawn.
Yeah.
Or at least...
I mean, yeah. Florence has got the daywalker thing anyway, doesn't she? So she...
Would you like to stay out?
Day drinker, that was it. No, but she's not like ultra desperate to get...
I mean, you can dingle, dangle, dingle.
Yeah, that's what she's gonna do. She's just gonna be like, sort of like, she's just there pinging the bell, just like, ding, ling, 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 ling,
I will.
ding, ling, ling, ding, 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 ding,
Right.
ding, ling, ling.
I assume that's Florence, seeing as only you and her know about that bell.
Ding, ling, 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 ling.
I don't hide it, so it could be anyone technically, I guess. If I don't come back in like 5 minutes,
Florence is
assume
now
that I'm-
ringing shave and a haircut to Bob, sort of, or whatever the fuck it is.
I think I should go with you.
Ding, 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 ding.
Actually, that is probably a good idea, seeing as if I am killed, you'll be trapped here. Seeing as you can't get out through the traps. So come on, come along.
Oh, I like that.
Ling, 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 ling.
So, follow. Step where I step. Same thing. We go through.
And you do this every time?
Yes.
Like, how many minutes of your life do you waste just doing this? Has this actually stopped anyone?
Yes.
Huh.
There's only one person it hasn't stopped.
Who was that?
Mr. Gates.
Oh.
Yeah, he's an asshole. Wait. He pauses for a second, stops going through the traps,
Ding,
looks
ling,
around.
ling, 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 ling.
Don't care. Can I make a wits awareness, please?
Make a wits awareness, do it.
Thank you. Awareness. Wits.
1 success. Everything seems fine, but your paranoia grows.
He's an asshole.
Ding, ling, 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 ling.
Shoot her. Doesn't matter whether it's her or not. Just shoot her when you know.
I say it's that. I hope that's not him, and then we keep going. Are you? I assume you're just standing there. You're not like hidden.
Well, because it's a small rat-sized bell, right? So Florence is just crouched there and he's dirty rags. Ding, ling, ling. Oh, there you are. Hello, dear.
Yes, here we are.
Right, can I come in? I need stuff that was occurred. Things.
Oh, good. More things. Well,
Yes.
would you like to turn around and we can walk back inside through all these
I
traps?
don't understand why you both came out in the first place.
It was mainly in case you were someone here to kill me and I died.
But I didn't say with a haircut.
Was that our agreed upon? That wasn't our.
No, but that's, it's the standard secret knock sort of thing, isn't it?
Well, if it's the standard secret knock, then surely everyone knows about it, and it's not a secret
Well,
knock.
yes, it's so obvious. Who would do it these days?
Let's go back inside. I will try not to lose you in between the traps.
Right. I'm going to try and memorize the traps as I go this time as well, again. Because I sort of half memorized them last time, didn't I?
That
Half.
sounds like an intelligence resolve check.
Reserve. Do, 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 do.
You're trying to apply.
2 successes.
You have 2 extra successes on top of whatever you had previous to now. I think it was probably 1 or 2.
I think it was 3.
Yeah, I think I didn't do too badly, so that's 5 successes.
5 successes total. I will let you know when you have memorized, but you now have an advantage when you're going through here. That's for sure.
I got a chance not to get blown up.
Plus 1 dice or something.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're all here.
Yes. I need. I don't know what to do. You know, I have where to begin? Right. So you know I have a daughter, right?
No, but I do.
Okay.
Oh, that girl from before, right?
Yes, her. So, I don't want to tell you this. So anyway, so I have a daughter, and she's in the city, and I've been keeping an eye on her because she's my daughter, and she lost her job recently, and I
Needed money.
yes, to give to her to help her out because I don't want her to end up like me, and. Yes, so
Do you mean old and homeless or a kindred?
yes.
Okay.
So, any of the, I want her to have a happy life and be looked after and safe, and maybe a place with a nice white fence and all the nice things, nice, lovely things, nice, lovely. Yes. Anyway, so I was checking up on her. Right there.
Yeah,
I
I
was taking up on her today, and dropping off a little bit of cash for her because mortgages are expensive, I hear.
She needs money, yes.
Yes.
Where did you get the cash?
The job with the Nosferatu that I set her up with.
I'll get to that in a minute.
You owe me for a few Uber rides, Ferris.
I'll get to that in a minute.
It's got Ferris on the brain.
How dare you call me?
Not the brain, but
No,
Really?
on a couple of places.
But anyway, right. So anyway, I was checking up on her, and then I've forgotten what her name is. It's Polo Neck, and works for Mr. Gates, and looks
Creepy.
like.
Creepy ghoul.
Is it cool? I can't remember. But anyway, White Polo Neck. What's her name? I've forgotten.
She didn't give us a name.
Oh well. Anyway, her. So she took up my daughter's house.
Okay, which is bad because now they know about your connection. Which means they have something over you, which means they're probably not going to pay you ever again, and they're going to hold that over to you to make you work for them.
Yes, basically.
Well, welcome to the club. How do you think I started working for them?
Can we just kill them all?
There is a plan in place that could be executed to kill them all. I don't think it's the best idea. I have an alternate plan that might work out.
If anybody hurts my daughter,
Yes.
they will all burn. All of them.
Do they know where she is?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what.
If the ghoul followed Florence and found out this, then yeah, they like.
So just move her.
She'll have told.
Just
Gates.
tell her to move.
It's
I
a small.
can't tell her to move. She doesn't know who I am. She's not going to ask. This is a random woman. Just, leave your house and all your possessions and go and live somewhere else, and then they might find her anywhere, and she'll just be miserable.
Plus,
Unless we attack the house.
Florence surges forward and grabs Nate by the collar and goes, "You're going to go nowhere near that house. Do you understand me?"
I'm just saying, if we attack first, it might spook her to move.
no violence in the sanctuary.
I'm not
please.
saying violence. We could just scare her enough to.
No. I mean Florence. No violence in the sanctuary, please.
Florence just turns towards you like, "Tell him to stay away from my daughter."
I think he's gotten the message. And also, Nate, that would be a very silly move.
Yes.
So let's just. I believe there's a tea bag or two in the corner of Florence, if you want to.
Yes, I think we should all have a nice cup of tea. And yes, that's a good idea. I will go and make a cup of tea. Yes.
So.
Dex etiquette.
So. I actually believe I have a short-term solution for this problem. You get a bonus +1
Oh yeah, you get an extra dice for that. Forgot.
for your speciality.
Well, that's the 3 then. Or do you want me to roll another dice?
It's not important.
It's a decent cup of tea.
I'm just happy as long as I'm the only person who crits tea in these.
It's a possibility.
So, I have a short-term solution, Florence. And
Right.
Nate, you should listen to this too. So, myself and Nate have, after intense consideration, and he stares at Nate for a second here.
Nate just winks back.
Yes. We have decided to throw our lot in with Mr. Vaudeville, Ferris. So both myself and Nate are now aligned with him. And I'm going to wait for a response.
Well, it's not the worst option, I suppose.
He is more of a gentleman than any other kindred I've met, and he's willing to extend more to us than any others would to Thin-Bloods.
Oh.
He's also quite dangerous. You saw him fight.
Yes. Well, he did help me out with not a huge amount of... What's the worst that could possibly happen, I suppose? Well, it's either that or bloody gates, isn't it? So,
Well, my suspicion is that you will be forced to work for the Nosferatu regardless.
Oh, yes, no, I know.
So my... And this is the proposition I'll put towards Mr. Vaudeville. My suggestion is that Mr. Vaudeville Ferris will keep you on in a not really diplomatic aspect, but more of a you could call yourself a mole, I guess. He will pay for your missions what the Nosferatu should pay you, and you will keep an eye on the Nosferatu and also ferry messages across from the Nosferatu to him and vice versa.
Why not? Why not? Yes.
And then, if we do need to deal with the Nosferatu, which wits insight, wits the awareness, whatever I need to see if anyone's hiding around here.
If I see you glance around, I'm gonna sort of look around as well.
Yes.
3 successes. You are in your haven, yes?
Yes.
2 successes.
Where do you look?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
I poke my head out into the trap corridors, and I look down them and listen and everything.
Okay. Florence, I'm not gonna enforce the bestial failure there.
I imagine some of my paranoia maybe rubs off.
Yeah.
Quite possibly. A little bit of paranoia rubs off, sure. Nate, the two of them are looking pretty paranoid.
Nate
tea.
just doesn't really that's kind of normal for them.
It's true.
At this point, it's like...
he's like, we're in the fucking sewer. Who's gonna come here?
Loki,
Yeah.
you were aware things have moved. Things that you put there, like specific rocks in specific places, to tell you whether someone's been through here and kicked it. Some of them aren't there. They're too big for a rat to move.
Okay. I'm going to sit back down in my chair and carry on talking. It's important because the Nosferatu are so... I'm going to start, doing hand movements and gestures, being like, there might be someone here. The Nosferatu are very powerful and influential and aren't respected enough as they should be in the Camarilla, and I feel like it would be good to...
Can I sort of quietly release a couple of my rats and just be like, go and look and see if anybody's here. Go and check if anybody's here. No?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I just shed a couple of rats.
Roll me 5 dice.
Right. So it's 5d10. Boom. 2 success. God fucking damn it, rats!
Freaking rats!
What is even the point of having all these rats if they suck so hard?
You can use
Because they're adorable, that's why.
Yeah. You can use all of the willpower, 1, to re-roll 3 if you want.
Why not?
Paranoia is spread to the rats as well.
That is an extra 1 success.
3 successes.
3 successes. Just before it's time to bed down before sunrise, you feel the lethargy and all that. But your rats don't. They keep scurrying around. Some of them squeak, some of them play. Your retainer rats do not. They stand guard. They stay aware. And they see things you do not. And one of them brings you a scrap of cloth. And it appears to have some sort of odor about it. But with 3... Well, you haven't made a roll yet, and you don't really have time to investigate this. Whoever it was left this.
It was a good baby. I'm going to hold on to it and just, like, I'll sort this out when I...
Before you...
What?
And I just scribble down very quickly on a pad, basically, so you can see it as I'm writing it, is, can you keep rats on guard while we sleep?
Babies, come here. Right. I want you to stand guard, all right? And tell me, wake me up if anything...
Before you go.
Yes. Wake me up if anything happens, all right? Anything, if you sense anything bad or scary or strange or weird, anybody comes in here or anything like that, wake me up, all right, babies? Yes, you're good babies.
Okay. Roll me 5 dice.
Hang on. Don't fuck it up. 4 successes.
4 successes is pretty good. Okay.
Go, baby.
All of you make rouse checks.
Alrighty.
Because it is a new day. New night.
Oh no, I'm hungry.
New day.
Nate and Florence get 1 point hungrier.
Thank God, because Loki has not eaten for the longest goddamn time.
Cool. Your rats have kept guard. They even took it in shifts.
Aww.
And they don't seem to have found anything.
All
You're
right.
fairly confident that they would have woken you up if there was anything.
Okay. I'm assuming whatever, if there was indeed anyone out there, which I'm like 310% certain that there was, they're probably gone by now. So.
Oh yes, one of my babies brought me this. Does this smell remind you of anything?
I'm not so much for smeller.
Sniff this!
I mean, I live in the sewers most of the time. My nose is not exactly great at...
Yeah.
Intelligence awareness, Florence.
All right. Two successes?
2 successes is enough. There was someone you knew a very long time ago that smelled a lot like this.
How long ago?
You don't remember how long ago.
Honey, I'm home.
Is it? She's just like. No, it can't be. They took him. Sure, I saw him die.
So, you all right there?
I don't know how you're smelling anything but shit because this sewer it smells.
Smell this. Does this smell like Fred to you? Smell it. Smell it.
Who's Fred? And also, thank you very much, Nate. I have an air freshener, and it's right there, and it's at the entrance to my thing, and it's a little Christmas tree thing, like you put in cars.
Pine Fresh.
It is old as fuck. It doesn't work. But they don't know that. Shall we finish the conversation that we were having? It will only take a moment. Yes? No?
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, I was just...
So,
yes.
we can always enact my backup plan for the Nosferatu, because they're cunning and devious and assholes, and just blow them all up.
Blow them all up.
Get explosives, smuggle them in. They're in a cave, cause a cave in, kill them all. It's fine. That's like backup plan though. It'd be much better to have them on Ferris's side. I think we probably need to leave Florence out of these conversations for like.
What? No, I'm sorry. I was thinking about something. The blowing up sounds good. Yes.
I mean, backup plan.
Yes.
What do you mean it sounds good? When we had that issue before, you were totally against it.
Well, yes, but these people threatened my daughter, and it's a different kettle of fish altogether.
You know, Florence, there is something to be said from keeping the loved ones in your past life secret. I don't tell anyone about my brother.
Florence will come right up to your face. It's just like, I've been trying to keep her secret.
Actually, do you think she might be of use to John?
She is not of use to anybody. She is my daughter. She is not to be used.
I didn't say this. Nate, over there.
I'm not saying we're going to use her. I'm just
gonna put my finger on her forehead and just push it away a little bit from my, this space.
Florence ain't moving, so she's just like...
Okay.
Just stay away from my daughter.
All I was saying... I don't even know who your daughter is for a start.
Yes, I know.
Although it'd be very easy to find out, to be fair. If I wanted to...
Please do not.
Although if the enemy has leverage over you, then it would be useful for us to have leverage over you too, I guess. But that would be something I'd keep secret if I was actually going to do it. Would it make you feel more comfortable with me? And I assume you know someone close to Nate?
Well, one of the hasn't killed. Yes.
Nate smirks at that, and he's like...
I mean, Nate, you definitely need to be a bit more secretive and less impulsive. But would it help you?
I mean, I'm not the one under people's thumbs here, am I?
You watch your mouth, young
I'm
man.
a free agent in our trio of people here, so maybe it's you guys who should be careful, whose opinions you let rule over you guys, you know?
Well, I am willing
a
to...
secret broker who doesn't seem to very much deal in a lot of secrets. They don't get bossed around.
Miles? And also, okay, have you met Mr. Gates? Like, it is very hard to not get indebted to him and fucked over. So, you know, if you're not careful, you'll end up in the sewers with me, mate. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Well, I'm already here, ain't I?
Yes. Florence.
But you can go anytime you like, and I wish you bloody would.
Okay, Florence, would it make you feel more comfortable if I gave you someone close to me?
What? No.
Like, information about them, so that you have something... So we're equal.
People aren't things to be traded, no information. No, I don't want to know about your loved ones or whatever.
Okay. Just trying to make you feel more comfortable. Seeing as, you know...
I will feel more comfortable when my daughter is out of this city.
Probably not going to happen.
Shove her in a cab and send her on her way. What's the problem? And Nate says it exactly like that, like completely oblivious to anything else that might actually be stopping.
Did you pay attention to anything that's happened in the past few months?
Listen, the people who want her are in the city. Just get her out of the city and problem solved. Send her on vacation. Give her money. Give her a trip to Hawaii.
Even the Nosferatu, who rarely come out of their caves at the moment, have human followers who they can easily send out on an assassination mission. Getting someone out of the city makes no difference from them being in the city, aside from their a little bit more money and a little bit more effort to kill.
What I need to do.
The only way, once your secret is revealed of people close to you, the only way to keep them safe is to kill literally everyone who knows about them.
I'm alright with that, to be honest with you.
That's worrying, but we'll circle back around to that in a minute. Like that whole thing with Marco and his, I don't know, I assume she was his wife or girlfriend.
I think it was his sister.
Sister? Okay, well, sister then. Is that he's going to have to stay with her forever to keep her safe. Or he's going to have to find someone he has something over or trusts, or, you know, it's very difficult.
40 bloody years I kept her safe for. 40 bloody years.
No, she was bankrupt. No, good point. Yes, 40 years, well done. Good for you. But, from what I understand, as long as you keep working for the Nosferatu, you're fine. And you can keep earning money now. Ferris will cover you on that. So, that whole situation for now is tenable.
But I do not like it when people threaten her.
Well, no one's threatened her. The veiled insinuation.
Veiled threats are still threats.
True, but...
I'm not as green as I'm cabbage looking, you know.
I've heard that somewhere before.
Well, probably a man.
No, I believe it was you.
No, well, yes.
I think actually the first time we met each other, you said that. In the
It's true.
sewers. Yeah. So... that doesn't need to be dealt with right now. Like, understandably, you're upset, but we're fine. You can keep an eye as well. If you're working for the Nosferatu, you can keep an eye on them and make sure they don't make moves that you don't like towards your family members. Nate, I assume you had a bit of a quick peruse through the files I left you?
Yeah, it's what it is, I suppose.
I mean, if I suggested to Ferris, and I hope you don't mind this, but I suggested to Ferris that the best way you could be of use is as a face of his organization, of his kind of like a right-hand man. So that would involve talking to people, giving them messages, ultimatums, you know, kind of being out there, and socializing to a certain extent with his friends and enemies, and everyone like that. I assumed this would be the best use of your talents, but which means that it's useful to have you knowing as much information about them as possible before you meet them. Also, there was a secondary objective, which is that it's gonna piss Bradley off to no end to see you walking around broad daylight, as it were.
Yeah.
Boulder's
We
Brass.
need to avoid him for a while.
I think it would be better to piss him off.
No, you don't get that choice.
It was my suggestion. Who knows what Ferris would do with that, but people who get angry, especially over things they've lost, tend to make mistakes, and that's when you can capitalize on their mistakes. Which is why it would be good to do it now, because the wound is still fresh. I would imagine losing you would upset him quite acutely. Like losing a dog.
Arf.
Do I have any...
You are a bit rough sometimes. Get it? Rough, because the dog's rough.
Is this really the time to be joking, Florence? Your daughter is under threat.
I just
thought I'd try and lighten the mood a bit.
So, how do we all feel about my suggestions and everything?
Well, I hate it, but I don't have any option.
I mean, I feel like I got the best out of a bad situation for you, Florence.
Oh yes, no, I just hate it. But like I said, I don't have any option.
Also, Florence, I did ask you this before and you didn't really answer. I assume you are the one who killed Angelica. It was pretty much what myself and Mr. Vaudeville surmised after.
Well, I mean, technically, we all sort of killed her, but I suppose the fight, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's good to know.
It seems to happen to me a lot.
You killed the werewolf.
Yes, it seems to happen to me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, suspicious it happens to the person with a crossbow, huh?
Crossbow with flaming bolts. Fire seems to be really quite handy. Anyway.
Well, aside from that, it might be a good idea to start practicing your spying techniques.
Why?
If we are going to get information, we're going to have to get information any way we can. I have noticed
Florence just holds up a rat.
that would be a spying technique, yes.
Yes. Are you ready to do some espionage, Billy Bob? Yes. Oh, was that you want a headband? Really? Okay.
I'm going to get some ribbon out and give it a little tiny Solid Snake style headband.
It pulls out a cigarette. Tiny
Where
cigarette.
did you get that for? You're so smart. No, do. It's bad for you. No. Don't go eating random things you find on the floor either. Off you go.
Stay out of my collection of tiny boxes.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's just a rat. A tiny box. Just like,
Solid rat.
yeah. And then the little as he gets spotted.
Nate.
Aragorn.
Nate, are you happy with this suggestion from me? I thought this would be the best use of your abilities, but if you have...
What is it you want me to do again?
Be the face. Basically, deliver messages, but also
To Bradley.
negotiate to everyone, to anyone that Ferris needs. It would involve quite often being by his side when he goes to talk to people. Not really a bodyguard, but more of a...
I mean, I'm down, but you'd have to run that by Ferris.
I already have.
Oh, okay then.
And he was interested in the ideas that I put forth.
I guess I'm going along with it, I suppose.
I'm sure you'll have, it won't be a full-time, always by his side sort of thing, but in important moments, he'll most likely call for you. And me, myself, I will be doing what I always do, except for with more purpose.
So the three of you, are you united in a specific objective at this point? Florence with her spying techniques, Nate with his persuasion and face.
So the message that Loki sent to Ferris outlined a tactic of gathering a power base, specifically getting the Nosferatu on side and any other outliers of power. People like what was the Malkavian's name? I always get his name wrong.
Taj?
People like Taj, who are kind of a little bit separated, not really, as far as we know, allied to anyone. And then undermining the power base of Bradley and scoping out his everything, basically. Which is kind of what I would have outlined to these guys as well.
Okay. All right. Well, now that we have a vague plan in place, I would quite like to take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
But no, we need fan art of Solid Rat. It's adorable. But yeah, quick break. So get drinks, everyone. Chill out. Subscribe. You know, if that's a downtime action, right?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and
If
ring our bell.
would Nate have a chance to talk to Florence on her own?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And we will go to that straight away when we get back. I'm interested to see what you're up to. Welcome back, everyone. We've all got drinks and all that. So let's begin again with our Thin-Blood story. Nate, you wanted to say something.
Yes. So, is Loki going to leave us alone, or will he have to say it when Loki is there? That's the question.
I think I can't leave because you dicks need to weigh out. Okay. I will be kind of going back and forth a bit enough to, I'll probably go to my secluded part of the hideout for like a good 20-30 minutes, enough time for you to have a conversation.
Okay. Well, if you're going to leave, then Nate will like use the opportunity to get close to Florence. I keep saying Ferris. Close to Florence. Like, listen, I need...
Got Ferris on the brain, don't you?
a lot of things. Yeah, I think he'll go over to her. Maybe when she's up to calm down a little bit, like giving her a good 10 minutes or so. Not a lot because Nate's not that sensitive, but just enough that he thinks, okay, right, she should be calmed down. I'm like, listen, I need a favor.
Oh, what do you need, dear?
That guy we were on about before, Bradley, I need you to send one of your rats there.
Wait, Bradley?
Let's just say he was the Ferris before Ferris.
Oh, Grimald? Was that his name?
Mm-hmm.
I took a visit over to his place of operations, and well, now that I can't go back, I need to find out what information was there.
Wait, why can't you go back?
Him and Ferris had a bit of a run-in. I kind of was in the middle of it. Let's not go into specifics. I just can't go back. But I need to know what's of important there.
And you want me to send one of my babies?
Yeah, maybe the one with the pink bow.
Didn't you try to kill one of my babies? Didn't you kill one of my babies once?
No, I apologize for Listen, it's in the past, okay? Needless to say...
It's in the past, is it?
I don't know what you want from me here. I just need one of those rats to go there.
I'm busy. Look, they've got jobs to do at the moment, all right? I'm not sending my babies off.
Listen, you want me to protect your daughter, right?
No, I want you to stay the hell away from my daughter.
Well, I need information that only rats can get.
And?
So, have a little rat scurry on, or I might start hanging around a certain estate.
I don't understand how this has got anything to do with my daughter.
Let's just say, if you want me to stay away from the estate that your daughter, wherever she lives, good. But I'm going to need that information one way or another. I don't want to do it this way, Florence. Ferris again. I don't want to do it this way, Florence, but I need that information.
Are you trying to blackmail me?
No, it's an exchange.
No, it's extortion, isn't it? Sorry, I always get extortion and blackmail mixed up.
Listen, whatever you want to call it, I'm sorry. I can't go back, but they can.
You're not. So, no. But you're trying to use my daughter as leverage against me.
Yeah, I'm glad you understand.
Jog on.
Okay, well...
If you go anywhere near her, if you say anything to anybody about her, I will burn you.
Do
you understand me?
Listen, Send those rats on, and there'll be no talk any further.
Florence pulls out her crossbow.
No, I will not.
You're not going to send your rats.
No.
Then I guess maybe. I don't think Nate's gonna back down. He's gonna be like, I need that information. I'm sorry, I can't. What would get you to send that rats there?
Are you still trying to bargain with me?
Yes, I need that information. And those rats are my only option.
They're not your only bloody option. You can find and look. There's a lot of options other than trying to blackmail or extort me into going to do your dirty work for you, young man. You could ask Loki.
No. The less he knows about that, the better.
Oi, Loki!
Yes?
He needs some information from Bradley Grimwald's place. He was trying to extort me into doing it myself with my rats, but by threatening my daughter. But he can bugger off.
Why didn't you do it? We're all on the same side. I'm gonna
Because he's trying to bloody threaten me, that's why.
Because I need that information in one way or another, and we can't be seen or anger him.
Okay, so if
So
I
you'd rather
may,
anger me instead, would you?
Yeah, well, you want me to blow up the Nosferatu? Think that's just I'm just gonna hand that over to you?
that was actually my idea, and it was a backup plan.
Backup plan that my name is in, and I'm sorry about
backup plan. It's kind of like the oh shit button. Like if something goes really, really wrong.
I've just realised something.
About 6 or 7 targets for explosions.
Did Marco teach you how to do bargains and deals and things? Because this is like something Marco would say. Really. Just imagine it with a Ukrainian accent, and it's exactly the bloody same, honestly.
Okay, so I think I can unravel this situation. Nate has something he needs to learn specifically about Bradley. I assume he doesn't want me to know, seeing as he waited until I left to talk about it. I don't need to know what it is, Nate. I won't ask. He trusted you enough to do it, but didn't believe that you'd do it out of the camaraderie of your heart. Therefore, he used leverage, which is a perfectly acceptable way to get someone to do something they may not want to do. However, seeing as we are now all together on Team Vaudeville, we do need information about Bradley, and if Bradley has something over Nate, it is important that we secure it and isolate it from Bradley as soon as possible. So I would consider it a favor if you would use your rats to ferret out this information. Sorry for the mixed metaphors there.
Rats are much better than ferrets. I'm still very angry that he would try to use my daughter against me.
100% understandable. If you like, I can set some of my own agents to guard your daughter. However, I can't ask where she is, so I can take you along to set them about a task, if you like. However, they do work for me, so then I would technically have the address. So it's up to you. But the offer is extended. I would require some form of payment, however, for that one. Nate, if you wish, I can take you along the basics of forming an information network, if that's something you would like to delve into.
No, I just need to know more about Bradley.
Okay, well, I can put you on to an investigator who's done very good work.
No.
I'll probably get more out of it than a rat, to be honest with you.
He is a lot more able to jot down notes and things. And he is not technically my agent, he is merely an investigator, so anything you get from him would be specifically for you. He would not give it to me even if I asked or paid him.
I'll consider it.
I give you the card for Repario Investigations, James Wayward.
I think Nate just like slides into a pocket and just doesn't even look at it.
Now, what I need to do is I need to go see a very old friend of ours, Mr. Bubbles.
Oh, Mr. Bubbles. Can I come? I like Mr. Bubbles.
Sure. Nate, if you wish to come along, you're perfectly welcome. I also need to go and talk to a few of my homeless friends, and I need to set them about a task. So, if you'd like to come with, you are most welcome. If not, I'm sure we all have our jobs to be getting along with. And I will have to escort all of you out of the, because otherwise you'll just be trapped here until I get back. Unless you'd like to try and get past the traps, which could be interesting, but I don't particularly want either.
Nate, you should have a go.
Didn't know you knew humor, Florence.
I can be quite droll when I need to be, thank you very much.
I was going to suggest a toast to a new alliance, but maybe we should wait a little bit to see if any of us kill each other. Shall we go?
I'm probably not going to kill you, or at least polite. Yes, lead the way, dear.
Okay.
Babies, come on.
So who is this Mr. Bubbles?
Oh, he's lovely. You'd like him.
He's an alchemist of some repute.
A repute.
A repute. So I'll lead them through the traps.
I'm going to try and memorize the traps again.
Okay.
Could I suggest -1 dice because she's going the opposite direction?
I'd suggest +1 because, like, I can then learn it forward and back.
But it's different.
I
learning.
suggest make a resolve intelligence check.
Resolve and intelligence, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Boop.
Oh. Messy. How does your beast make sure... You know, I know exactly how your beast makes sure that you know exactly...
Do I pee? Do I pee everywhere?
No, you don't. You set one of them off. You're not sure whether that over there was a trap or not. Loki, describe a trap to me that won't completely dismantle your entire trap setup.
It's like mouse traps everywhere.
It's one of those set of, you know, it's like slapped against the wall, and when you trip it, it just flies out, and it's got like the bamboo spikes, except for they're like bits of crate and stuff that are just jagged and
jagged, sharpened. Okay. A claw basically swings round and yep, catches Florence. I don't take a couple of take two superficial.
Happily.
The point behind the traps is like they repeatedly hit people. Like it's not expecting to kill people, you know, like Kindred every trap they set off. But there's like shotguns like in places and stuff, so kind of weigh you down.
Do you reset it?
Well, Florence is just going to sort of be like, right. Probably wheezing a bit because there's a hole in one of her lungs. Just...
Right, well, that was... how do I reset this? Sorry.
Well, first off, please don't put your arms and legs outside the ride until we...
Oh, sorry, dear. So, well, it keeps jabbing me in the chest, so I can't...
Yeah, well, pull it out first.
I have.
Okay, and just push it back in. It'll be like a little bit of a catch underneath the top arm.
Oh, yes, there we go. All right. Yeah. It was. Oh, okay. I see now. Right. Okay. Sorry about that. I was
just try and stay with, or you like there's a couple of guns. I think there's an old landmine through here somewhere. So.
Ooh, fancy.
I don't remember where it is.
Is it one of those jumping jack ones that sort of spins up and then
the bouncing Bettys?
No, the jumping jacks aren't there.
I'm pretty sure they're bouncing Betties.
There might be bouncing Betties.
They're
That was a school
anti-personnel.
friend of mine's nickname in school, you know, Bouncing Betty, because she was a fright. She was.
Explosive.
Oh, no, she was just really fat and, you know, went over.
Surely that would be Rolling Betty.
No, she was bouncing. Should have seen her in PE. Oof.
Harsh.
Wow. Harsh.
And I
I
think
was more meaning the this is bosom, like, oof.
the vast bosoms.
She was very Rubenesque.
You
appreciate a good
have memorized the exit strategy for this set of traps, I think we should say.
So she can get out but not in.
She can get in with difficulty.
There are a lot of points in this haven, so it's quite difficult to.
All right, yeah, you make your way through the sewers, all three of you?
Yeah.
And Loki takes you through some wines. It's quite a trek, actually. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's not too far.
It's fairly close. Yeah.
It's relatively close, and after not too long, he pokes his head up through a manhole cover and then slips out, and you are
In public.
in public. You are definitely in public. This is not a busy area, but it is a residential area, so.
There's enough people that I need my mask on.
That really does look quite adorable, you know.
Hmm?
The little mask, it's quite adorable.
Thank you.
Are you trying to be cute?
No.
Why are you doing this? I don't...
Hmm? No reason.
Are you doing a Betty Boop impression?
I think I broke Josh.
I can feel myself growing bright red.
Behold, our terrifying gothic GM. Layer of plans, master of traps and intrigue, giggling like a fool.
I don't know why, it's just fucking got me.
I think it's the second one that like.
Sheepy, do it again.
I'm gonna fucking kill Loki if you keep doing this.
God, he's so
Bubbles appears and stabs you a lot.
Hi, Bubbles.
Fuck off, Sheepy. God.
Okay, in through the nose, out through the mouth. No corpsing. That's our job.
Okay. You make your way through the various streets and corridors to an apartment. And what do you do?
I knock this time. I'm not gonna pull a gun on him again.
I was kind of hoping you would, but never mind. That's probably a sensible idea. I can't remember how I described him previous, but in my head he is mostly bald, a little bit beardy, and slightly hunched over, but big. Heavy set. I don't know if I did describe him previous. And that is the man that greets the three of you, along with a waft of unusual smells, varied and putrid, some of them. So it's like hints of sweetness in there as well. But yeah, all three of you see Mr. Bubbles. And instantly he says, "Well, hello there, Florence.
Hello, dear. How are you?
It is a pleasure to see you again. Hey,
Oh,
Loki.
dear.
Who's this?"
Hey Bubbles, this is Nate.
He's
Hello,
a little
Nate.
scallywag. Don't trust him an inch.
He just
My
side
God.
eyes like Florence, like
Don't worry, lad. You're my type. Come on in. What do you want? He ushers you in and closes the door.
Well, I think first off, it'd be nice to know what you have in stock. Anything new? Anything useful?
Well, I have a couple of vials of previous... I believe I had some when you arrived last time. When he shuffles through, opens a fridge, and it clinks like it's full of beer. It's not full of beer.
You don't want to drink what's in the fridge.
You don't want to see what's in the fridge. New smells join the fray. He's like, I definitely didn't have some of these. Yeah, well, it depends on what you're looking for, really. I do hope what I gave you last time came in use.
Oh, yes. The cat's whatever it was one.
Cat's Grace. I do enjoy that.
It was very good. It saved me from a werewolf.
Oh.
Yes, I sort of like the werewolf was at the end of the corridor and I was at the other end of the corridor and it was coming towards me, so I drank it and jumped out the window and was along the windowsills and it was oof. I was like, oh, what's that film with the Akira Kurosawa with the samurais and the ninja sort of thing? I was like a ninja, along the windowsills and it was great. And then I was sitting down a drain pipe and
wow, that's
dry in 50 years.
That is quite the tale of daring do. My lady, I am very glad you managed to survive that particular encounter. Yes, he grabs your hand in both. He's like, yes. Well, it was a pleasure to be of service, and here I am again. Here you are. Is there anything in particular? You just shopping, perusing by any chance? I will gladly accept your money. And he looks over at Loki.
Yes, I find myself a little short at the moment, so I'm probably not going to. Yes, I've just given all my money to charitable causes.
Well, it can't be helped. There are needy people out there.
Oh, yes.
I'm one of them, however, so if you can't pay me...
No, it's yes, I'm just going to look at Loki, just like, do you want anything, dear?
Well... I feel like we might be in the need for something to keep us hidden.
Keep you hidden, I say.
I imagine it'd be called, like, cat's paw or something, knowing you.
Cat's paw? No, I'm not so predictable.
Really?
Boy, I have a very... He just scribbles out something on a bottle.
This is called Panther's Paw.
Yeah. 90% of the time it works.
It's called dog's bollocks, mate.
60% of the time it works every time. No, I have developed something useful but new.
Okay.
And I imagine if you can acquire me some... He just, like, you can see him, like, thinking about tastes in his mouth. I believe some would describe it as melancholy. Melancholia, that is what I need. If you wish to be unseen, I can do that for you. Half the price. 2 vials. 1 dot of resources. And you will... As it were.
Oh, yes, we're talking code, guys. Don't worry.
What's a dot of resources?
How about, Florence, please, negotiating.
Fine. Does anybody like a cup of tea? Do you mind if I put the kettle on, dear?
Oh, please do. I feel like such a terrible host. Allow me.
No, please, I insist. I like making tea.
Is that a new kettle I see, Bubbles?
Oh.
And what if it is?
Oh,
I spend my days my own way, and you gave me a particularly large amount of money. I thought I would spruce the place up.
Oh, is this bone china as well? Very nice.
Yes.
Just don't ask whose bones.
Oh, real bone. Oh, lovely. Well, anyway, right. I'm gonna put them there. So has he bought like sort of like tiny little proper teacups with the little fancy? Has he got
There's
roses
even
on
a
it?
sugar bowl with a little grabber.
Has it got a lid? Has it got a lid with a cutout for the grabber? Has it got sugar cubes in it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, one lump or two.
Smitten kitten.
So yeah, Florence is just like doo-doo-doo.
Okay, how about this, Bubbles? Do you have any interest in a werewolf heart? Huh?
You're fucking me.
No. Nate, we have a werewolf heart, don't we?
I do.
Oh, that's good tea.
Oh, I like a man who enjoys his tea.
Nay, please describe to me exactly where you would have obtained this werewolf art.
From a werewolf, Bubbles.
No shit, Sherlock. Under what circumstances did you encounter a werewolf
If you kind of
and survive? You know, if you give me a werewolf art, let's call it evens. I'll even find the blood myself. I have my ways, so why not?
Well, seeing as it's Nate's heart, as he acquired it, Nate, is there any... Bubbles, do you do any kind of golden tongue style brews where to help with eloquence and
Got a few claws, maybe a few teeth. Might sweeten the deal a little bit. I don't know if they're any use to you.
I am very interested in this particular story, but another time, yes. A heart will get you your hiding potion, and any other accoutrements that you would like to give me, please. An inventory would be helpful, but yes, I can trade for those.
all right.
Maybe elocution lessons, I suggest. I can give them to you.
I was thinking more brew.
If you want to take elocution lessons, I could give you elocution lessons.
Well, obviously, I defer to your expertise.
But yeah, Nate, if there's I believe Bubbles
Wait, who wanted elocution lessons?
Nate did.
Oh, never mind that.
I believe that Bubbles can brew up certain concoctions that can make you faster, very well balanced.
I did offer it to you last time, and you said no. But yes, something to make you far more attractive than you already are. And he's clearly looking at Florence, but he says it to Nate.
All right. Get yourself a deal.
I zoned out for a second. What was that?
Oh no, he's just describing a potion that he can
Again.
make. And he's basically talking about Florence.
All right. You get yourself a deal. You get me a potion that makes me a little bit harder to resist, and we'll see about that heart.
And the stealth.
Oh yeah, of course.
Perfect. We're in agreement. And he wipes his hand on his shirt and offers it out to you, Nate.
I reach out and take it. We are in agreement then.
Marvelous.
When do you need the heart?
Where's your heart? So soon as you care to deliver it. There is a expiry date on various occult items. Some live longer than others.
Gotcha.
I do hope it has been refrigerated.
In only the best appliances, I can assure you that. He looks low cute.
Loki still doesn't know there's a fucking werewolf heart in the fridge.
I'm looking forward to scrubbing that out. Anyway.
My next part of business has to be done mano a mano, so if you would like to wait for me, I'm going off on other errands, or if you have something else to do, you may wait for me downstairs, but I need to speak to Bubbles.
That's okay. I should probably go and see the heart anyway.
Well, it'll take a while for Bubbles to find the ingredients and brew them up. There's no reason to bring the heart back anytime soon. Couple of days.
If I put my mind to it, I can get it all ready for you by the end of the night.
Okay, let's make that part of the deal. Seeing as we're giving you werewolf parts, and we're not taking too much off you, if you're late, we get a discount.
This is all part and parcel of talking with you, Loki, so I'm used to it by now. Rest assured, 30 minutes or your pizza's free.
Sweet.
Pizza?
Metaphor.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was thinking about something else.
Was it pizza?
No.
Okay.
Don't even like pizza.
So, yes, Nate, tonight, your group will be ready.
Yep, I'll get it. I also have to stop by at repair or investigations. What was it? Repario?
Yep.
We'll have a look at that, I guess.
Florence, would you like to wait around for me, or do you have other tasks to be going about?
I'll just wait. Yes, it's fine. I'll just sort of sit outside the door or something. I'm fine.
Maybe bottom of the stairs or thing.
Okay, that's fine. Yes.
Okay.
Florence is going to sort of go downstairs, and then she's going to obfuscate and come back upstairs and listen at the door.
What are they doing?
Let's do a wits awareness then.
Loki is going to wait for a couple of minutes and then open the door and just check.
Well, Florence is obfuscated, so...
Florence! She should be close enough to hear me. Florence! And I'll do my wits awareness as well for that.
Okay.
What's the obfuscate? Wits discipline.
Ah, dicks.
What do I roll?
You don't need to roll anything. He can't see you.
Yeah, no, I can't see you. I rolled bloody 1. 3 2s, Jesus. So I'll close the door again. And, Bubbles. Alright, first off, do you have anything to drink? Sustenance-wise. It's been a while since I've eaten, and I'm feeling a little bit, For an old friend who just got you a really good deal? Come on, mate. We go back, what, like a whole load of time that's unspecific at this moment?
Yeah, well. I thought there was always a price with you, Loki, but... in good faith. Actually, charisma persuasion.
Yeah, okay. Well, low-key is charisma persuasion as hell.
Uh-huh.
Or, as it's otherwise known, has 2 dice.
Huh. 1 success. I want to know. Can you drink blood bags? You can't. You don't have that particular ability. So he offers you a blood bag.
Shit. Well, that doesn't work for me, I'm afraid, mate.
Look, I was really saving him for usefulness later.
Okay.
So, if you really, really want me to be...
No. It's fine. It was just if you had anything on tap, as it were, that I could
Well,
take.
I'm afraid this is all I've got.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just asking.
Useful for me, Seems not so useful for you. But, okay.
We all have our quirks. Anyway, I am going to have to ask you for something vaguely serious.
Well, you know me, Loki. I could be extremely serious. How
and
serious?
You know how I am.
I know exactly how you are, Loki.
Exactly, which is why, and I pull out the book just enough for him to see the front of the cover.
His eyes go over it.
And then put it back. I need help with this book. That's what I thought when I got it.
That's a big ask.
Well, there's more of an ask if you accept. Because I'm going to need a vial of your blood.
A vial of my blood?
Vial of your blood.
May I ask for what purpose?
Security. You remember the big bad vampire who went on a rampage and killed a whole load of people? He's asked me to look into this book. I'd prefer not to let him down, and if I lost the book, I'd be dead. So, therefore, I need security against losing it.
Interesting.
And I'm pretty sure he has some very strong magic. So, if you do run away with the book, I can give him your blood. He'll track you down and probably tear you apart.
What are you trying here? Manipulation, intimidation?
I have no idea. Loki's just... This is just Loki being as cautious as possible.
This is going to take a manipulation roll from you, and I'm looking at your sheet now. You don't have performance, persuasion, intimidation, any of that. So just roll me manipulation. Because it doesn't really matter at this point.
Well, I'll roll manipulation, persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same as rolling just straight manipulation. Oh.
2 successes. He thinks about it real hard.
It's kind of a trade-off. I would not blame you for saying no, honestly, at this point, mate.
You're going to have to tell me exactly what end this is towards. Otherwise, I'm not even going to consider it.
Translating the book, knowing what it's about, basically what is needed. I don't know what for. I could not tell you. I don't even know what the book's about. I tried to read it. Absolute gobbledygook. I think it's in Latin and some other language that's possibly of Celtic origin, or maybe offshoot of Latin even.
Let me take a look at it first, and I will tell you exactly whether I can even help.
I'm going to take out the book and take out my gun at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right. If you can... Yeah, I hand over the book. Gun by my side.
He thumbs through it, and he's like... Give me a second, I need to look at my character sheet.
All right, mate, no problem.
No worries.
Seems like Bubbles knows very little.
Okay. Loki, I can tell you that some of this is in Latin, and I can probably figure out what it is from there.
Okay. Do you want to, is really the question.
In exchange for my blood?
I have a blood sorcerer, I guess is what I'll call him, who ripped apart a werewolf with his bare hands. This is his book. Tell me you would not request a vial of blood when someone like that entrusts you with something.
I fully understand.
Thank you. Not entirely sure how I ended up with it, to be honest. I was gripped with a need to desperately know what the book was about, and he gave it to me and then said, figure out what the book is about. And here we stand. So, you know.
That sounds like shit. You got yourself in deep on that one.
Yeah, well.
And I am willing to help. But this is going to take time. What do I get out of this?
What do you want?
Money.
How much?
What have you got?
$2.
That'll do for now.
Alright. Wait, $1 now. $1 on delivery, yeah?
Oh, you're so sly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you're wheeling and dealing.
plus the vial, which will be returned to you untouched.
Very
Come
well
on,
then.
I'm gonna spit in my hand. It's really disgusting. We have an accord.
We have. I would write it down, but that seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Do you have a time limit on this?
Not to my knowledge, but sooner better than later. I imagine at some point he's going to get pissed off and, you know, chase me down.
That's what I would do if I had a book like this. Very well. I guess I'll get you your blood.
Much appreciated.
And he toddles off. This is a Thin-Blood's alchemist's place. So there are needles on almost every surface.
Mm-hmm.
Loki wits awareness.
Alrighty.
Three successes.
Really wanted my hunger up a little bit more.
Not 55, just 5. You see Bubbles begin to pick up a syringe. And he kind of turns away from you as he's about to stick the needle in.
I cocked my gun. Insight, mate. Come on.
Worth a try. And he extracts a syringe's worth of blood. And he takes off the needle, he takes off the cap, and he basically screws it up and hands it to you, very disgruntled.
I mean, you didn't have to say yes, mate. You know that. I appreciate the favor, and I'll guard this as I would my own blood.
If you don't, I'll come for you.
Yeah, well, if you don't do what you said, I'm sure me and a very pissed off vampire will come for you.
At this point, Florence is going to head down the stairs and settle herself outside the door.
unless there was anything else you would like to do, Loki, Bubbles just says, well, according to you, I have a very busy evening tonight. So, if you will.
Okay. Much obliged, my friend. I'm sure I'll come and pay my respects soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will leave. And I'll put my mask back on. And I'll go down and say, Florence?
Yes.
Oh, there you are. Could you not hear me?
No, there was an interesting rat down the. What did you call me?
Yeah, a couple times.
Oh, yes, there was an interesting rat down the street, so I went to have a look at it, see if it was,
Wits insight, Loki. Manipulation, subterfuge, Florence.
Oh, good.
Nah, she's lying. You don't know why or what for, but she's lying to you. There wasn't a rat.
Does the beast play in here at all?
No, you win. It doesn't happen if you win.
Well, okay, if you say so. I mean, we're all on the same side. No reason to doubt you or anything like that, is there?
No.
All right.
Are you doing that cute thing again?
No.
Do the one with the cheek is adorable.
I'm not even looking.
Oh, this is so cute. Oh. oh, Josh, you got to look at that one.
If you don't mind, Florence, I need to make a pit stop on the way to our next.
Should have gone before you left.
No, that's fine. I don't need to pee.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
I mean,
Anyway.
I would have just gone in the sewer if I did.
Mm.
Yeah, it's and
I can just cock a leg and go anywhere. It's bloody great.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Good. It was wonderful.
So I'm going to head towards my homeless networks where they hang out.
Mm-hmm.
On the way, I would like to hang in an alley until someone walks down it, please.
All right.
Why?
Has someone walked down it?
Let's make a roll for it.
Okay.
Oh, are we together, by the way, at this point?
Sure, if you'd like to be there.
Well,
It's literally like, I just need to do something. Feel free to hang around, or if you want
all right.
to carry on to the...
Well, probably if you're, excuse me, probably if you're, sort of like toddling off down an alleyway, Florence is just going to sort of cast about and see if she can find a rat or something, because she's a bit peckish.
Let's make it a wit streetwise roll.
Okay.
For who?
Sorry, for Loki and Florence, you can have a manipulation animal ken roll. 3 successes.
Around.
A person is around, and they do come down this alley. In fact, depending on how long you wait, you would wager that more people will come.
Just the one is good for me.
2 successes.
All right,
Two
so I'm gonna. Do you want to do Florence first?
Yes, I'm gonna just say, Florence, it's not easy, and you can only find a few rats. So, what hunger are you on now?
I'm on 3.
3. You only managed to get rid of 1 hunger.
That's fine.
Yeah, so Loki, a person comes through, and they seem good,
Okay.
normal. They, just strolling through town in the middle of the night.
All right. I'm gonna step around from a corner, like little dell, or where I've been coaching, and
Coaching.
yeah, I'm gonna flash my hand like this, pull my gun up, and say, "All right, police, hands up."
Manipulation, subterfuge.
Could I request manipulation firearms because I'm using a gun?
Yeah, go on then.
Yay! Okay. Okay. Five successes, messy, critical, the beast.
The bestial fail doesn't come into this because you do not fail.
Good.
The messy critical, however,
Mm-hmm.
your objective here is what?
I'm feeding.
You're feeding. The scene goes as like this. You go, police, hands up. And for a moment, this guy is just like, And in that moment, you're just like, fuck it. Throw away your things and dive.
Oh,
Actually, you don't throw away your gun. You jam it into their thigh, fire it. Wait, do you have fangs? You don't have the baby fangs thing, do you?
yeah.
So you don't need to make a hole, but distracted by that, you bite down and you drink, and pretty quickly. And Florence, you definitely hear the gunshot. You take your hunger down to 1, unless you kill them.
No.
Make me a willpower roll.
Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to John.
Florence is like, if Florence is the gunshot, Florence will come down the alleyway, by the way.
You're fine.
Okay,
You don't have to kill them.
All right. What are you? Oh,
Are you hungry? 'Cause Can I knock them out like with the butt of my gun or something?
You don't need to. They are mostly. Actually, yes, you can.
Yeah, and also tie off their leg as well so they don't bleed to death.
what are you bloody doing?
Sure, intelligence medicine.
Oh fuck me. Okay.
What are you, maniac? What are you doing? Bloody shooting people and assaulting them in the middle of the. What's wrong with you?
I'm tying off the wrong leg. Florence, I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Can you help me, please?
I'll have a go.
There's also a hole there in the leg if you need something to.
Yes. Okay.
Right, so what is it? Medicine and...
Intelligence.
Yep.
I've like tied. I've tied.
Get out of the bloody way. Hang on. Let
I've
me
tied
just.
like a tourniquet across their neck, and I'm like,
Stop that, you bloody idiot. Right. Okay. Here we go. And you've got to put it up, and then just tie it, and then if you want a stick, find a stick. I need a stick to twist.
here's a stick. Here's a stick.
Right. Okay.
It's like a plank of wood.
All right. Now break it off smaller. Find me it's a proper stick or something. You've got to
It's
go.
not great, but it definitely is a tourniquet. That's
Okay.
all you can tell.
Right. We should probably go because that was quite loud.
Yes, it's true.
Let's go.
Right. Okay. Let's go. Sewers.
Run. Go. Quick, before Josh can do anything.
I'm going to give Loki a clip round the back of the head.
Don't bloody shoot people.
I was hungry.
And
And I wanted to eat. I hadn't eaten for like 3 weeks.
you shot them in the leg.
Distraction.
Now, I don't eat people as a rule, but I'm pretty sure, right, that you can distract people without firing a bloody gun into their leg at close range. Just you know.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. Little keyed up from incidents that have been happening recently.
Florence is just like hauling up a sewer grate as we're talking, just like,
Yeah. lot of adrenaline, lot of pent up emotions and feelings, and
How
it
about
just
next
came-
time you just
it
count to
just came out.
5?
I'm sorry, it just came out.
Right.
Yeah,
How
okay.
about next time, right? Try
Yeah.
a rat.
I-
Much easier.
Do you know how hard it is to catch rats?
It's easy.
No, it's not.
Well,
I live in a sewer. I never catch rats, barely ever.
Right. I tell you what, next time you're hungry, why don't you ask me to catch one for you?
Oh yeah,
'Cause-
that reminds me.
We're like walking, we're like going down the sewers now.
Florence, remove everything from your disciplines apart from obfuscate. You have
Bye-bye,
animalism
celerity.
1 dot.
What, sorry?
You have 1 dot of animalism from drinking
Yay.
animal blood.
Okay, let's switch celerity to...
I miss animalism. I really liked it.
It's really good. It's overlooked.
It's great.
However,
I-
Loki, you get 1 dot of Auspex.
Oh, yay! So that will get rid of my... What did I have? Animalism. Ah, crap. I used Sense the Beast so much. Okay, fine.
Right. Now, tell you what, next time you're hungry, just ask me and I'll catch you a nice rat, dear.
No, they don't. They're not nutritious. They taste like sewer, and it's nice to actually eat something for once. 1 rat does nothing.
2.
2 rats do nothing. Like, you
3.
need a lot of rat. I know you've got your special fat ones, but
You keep your hands off my special fat ones.
I would not touch your special fat ones.
Good. A respectable
if
woman.
I could. But look, all I'm saying, right, is you need a lot of rats as opposed to... Well, look, it didn't go very well this time, but usually it goes a lot better than that.
Look, I just don't agree with hurting people, but...
Technically speaking... Okay, no, I did hurt them, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
Mea culpa, my fault.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't kill them.
Only because I was there to bloody tie the leg off for you.
You don't know that they would have died.
You were tying a bandage around their neck.
I wasn't sure where I shot them.
The blood was coming from the leg.
And the neck, to be fair, but you did
Yeah,
lick
that's
that closed.
Yeah.
Okay, I would quite like to know, Nate, is your plan to just go to the apartment Loki gave you, get the werewolf parts, and deliver them to Bubbles?
No. He wants to go to that Repario Investigations first,
Oh, okay, sure.
and then swing by the apartment.
Cool. Yeah, you find Repario Investigations in the city centre in a small office that's part of like lots of different offices. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the wibbly glass down the front with golden things. It's kind of a dump. It's nowhere near that fancy.
He is not an amazing... Wait, I only gave him $1, so...
Okay. Is there anyone inside that like readily comes available, or is he just like?
Yeah, the door's open and there's just one guy in there looking bored, browsing a laptop.
Okay. Yeah, Nate will just walk in and be like, I was given your card. I'm looking for someone to help me.
Yeah. James, hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I think he grabs his hand and does a little bit of a smile.
How can I help you?
I'm looking to gather information on 2 individuals.
Sure. Who are they? And I guess we can discuss payment later. But yeah, exactly what kind of job is this? Recon?
Just information, and you can drag up in these people, personal, professional, and that is of importance, I suppose.
Sure.
Even if you can find a little bit of a under the sewers information, I suppose, be very useful too.
Underground.
Of course, I'll compensate you if you need.
That's generally how this works, yeah?
Okay. I think he'll be like, "Are you the one handling the information?"
Yeah, I'm the only employee here, so
Oh, makes things easier then.
I will be conducting the investigation myself. I won't share it with anyone. Just general privacy stuff, unless it's incredibly incriminating and requires the attention of the police, which generally doesn't. Cheating partners, that sort of thing. It's mostly what I do.
Okay. Right. So the first person, well, it's more of a location. I just need to figure out a lot of stuff that's going on there. And I think Nate will like jot down the location of Bradley's thing. Right,
Okay,
Bradley.
yeah, the town hall, basically.
Yeah. Just a guy there. I just need to know a little bit about him. Bradley. Grimrold is his name. And you guys can find out about him, be appreciated.
Investigate Mr. Bradley Grimald. That name rings a bell. Is he like some sort of bigwig?
Mm-hmm. He is indeed.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Anything you can find out would be very, very appreciative. Anything.
Anything? That's a pretty big net.
I mean, I need to know a lot about this guy.
If you got the money.
see. I mean, money's not a big deal here.
Okay.
If you could just figure out his day-to-day activities, that'll be pretty big.
Shadowing. Okay, I can do that. So you're looking for like an itinerary of this Grimald guy.
Yeah. Please.
If he has one, I can get it for you.
Perfect.
Might take a couple of nights. Do you have a contact thing for you?
I do. Does they have his old email address and stuff? Would they still be like working?
Yeah, of course I would.
Yeah, you'd give them across then. Yeah, here you go.
Thank God you didn't give him the apartment. Which I think is what Josh was hoping for.
You never know. Okay, cool. Then, in that case, who's the second person?
The second is a little friend I lost contact with. I know her mother, and I think he'll say Florence. And he was like, I just need to find out about her daughter.
Okay.
Just sort of like, where's she living now? Be a big help.
Do you have a name?
Not for the daughter, unfortunately, no.
Do you have a surname of...
Yeah, Nate does know Florence's surname, doesn't he? Or would he know... He knows something about her. I know he doesn't know just her first name.
I'm pretty sure Florence has said Sarah in front of us.
Oh, well then, yeah.
I'm
If he knows some kind of name from the daughter, he would just say the name.
But
I honestly don't know. Fuzzy, do you remember? I think you may have, depending on third times, you may have let it slip intentionally.
Okay, probably mentioned Sarah's name, but I wouldn't ever have said my surname.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then he'd say
not
Sarah.
And I'm trying. I think the only person that knows Florence's surname is Marco. So yeah, that's all you got.
I actually can't remember what surname I gave Florence.
It's in my notes somewhere. God.
It's not on my character sheet. Jones.
It was something fancy. Hang on.
Oh.
Hyacinth.
Bouquet. Wellingsley Smythe or something stupid.
Yeah, I think it might have been. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, yes. Yeah, I've got it. I've got Florence's surname here. Anyway.
What was it?
I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah.
In DMs, just in case you need it. But yeah, I don't think Nate has access to the surname. You have a first name for the mother and daughter.
Yeah. I think you'll get them across and be like, I don't know very much. I can probably get some other information if you need to.
Just to help you out here, you have a description because you met her.
Oh yeah, you know what she looks like.
Yeah, you could definitely describe the two of them.
Sorry, Fuzzy. I just remembered that.
You dick. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's like, mother.
I can't remember if Nate took a picture of the daughter in the alleyway? I don't think he did though.
You
I
didn't
don't-
know
I
who
don't
he
think
was
so.
at the time.
Oh, you-
so-
You maybe used your. I remember you used your phone for something at that point.
He used his phone to like see through the camera, like round the corner, what was happening. But I don't believe there was a picture ever taken.
Where's my Discord closed? Yes. Okay, so you give that information. It's like, okay, is there one you would like to prioritize?
Bradley Grimwald. The second one's kind of just a curiosity. I just need to know if she's doing okay.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Well, do you have a billing address?
Yep. I think he'll give the old apartment that he had.
Nate's
It's
old
still
apartment. Okay. Well, I will get to your case as soon as possible. Nate? It's a surname?
What is? Oh, Rurik.
Nate
What
Rook. Nice
Pleasure
to
to
meet
meet
you, Nate.
No problem.
I will send you the bill when I have your information.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I think Nate will just leave then. Not even question, just leave.
Awesome. And then you go to the apartment and pick up the werewolf parts.
Yes. While we're there, can I have a look at the package of the information on Ferris?
Sure.
Is the package, from looking at it, would Loki know that I opened it?
Yes.
Well, then I think Nate will dispose of that information.
Okay.
He'll probably dump it somewhere on the way to the apartment, like to get bits in the. Not dump it all in one place.
Like
Come
rip
back
it up
to
and
the scrolls.
get,
Yeah.
Cool.
And then he'll take the heart and yeah. I guess
You
it'll
go
return.
directly back to.
Yeah.
All right then. Nate, is there anything you would like to ask Bubbles while you're there, as he graciously accepts you into his place?
There's Loki and Florence here?
No, it's just you.
Oh, cool. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
We've already shot somebody in the leg and fucked off.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were like you went back. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then Nate will just be like, so I was wondering about this deal here. I've got a few claws and teeth that I can throw in as well. Is there anything else I can get off you?
I'm an alchemist, so most of what people get off me is enhancements.
Okay. And what about the opposite of enhancements? Do you have anything that could hinder a kindred?
You want the good stuff.
If you're trading it.
I have your two. I have your ore potion, your two. What's it called? Cloak of Shadows potions.
Perfect.
Right here. In exchange for the teeth and the heart. Yes?
Yeah, that was the deal. Along with that golden tongue thing you promised.
Ah, yes. The golden tongue. Yeah, well, I call it ore. So that is one of these
Better.
three. As agreed. You have it. And he hands them over. And
Yeah,
do you
you
have it
take
like
them,
in
yeah.
like a Tesco bag or something?
Of course.
You have a giant slab of meat. And some claws in there, and I'm assuming another one held back with the rest. I can't remember what else you got.
Yeah, I got a good few bits. I remember I took some stuff off the second werewolf as well. I didn't take any heart, but I took some teeth and claws.
Yeah,
Just
oh
teeth
yeah,
and
yeah.
claws.
Teeth
I
and
think
claws.
maybe I have an eye. I think no, I don't think I have an eye.
I think there's some hide, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
hide, teeth, and teeth, claws, and one heart. So, if you want to trade the rest of them, you want my biggest secret? I can get there for you.
What would that be?
Well, first a question. How do you fight?
Preferably not straight on. It's just like I don't really fight. So I want the thing.
Round the corner, blind firing, hoping that a bullet hits someone.
Very well. Well, in that case, the method of application is entirely up to you, however. And he goes over to a safe and opens it and gets out like a little tube of glass with something green and red swirling in between. Coat this on a blade and slip it between their ribs. Or anywhere you want, really. Personal preference, you see. It will the word isn't infect. But it will certainly melt them from the inside.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think I need.
It does have a side effect, however. Use it on a kindred. It will hurt a lot. Use it on a mortal, and they will instantly go unconscious. So you see multiple uses, but this here is one dose. So I suggest you use it carefully.
Perfect. And can it be ingested or does it have to be cut?
Get it inside of them any way you can.
Alright.
Skin contact won't cut it, as it were.
Alright. Thank you very much. I'd like it to keep this between us.
My lips are sealed. I'm not completely convinced that Loki doesn't already know. However, I won't say anything if you don't.
And we got a deal. And Nate will just hand over the other bag happily.
Alright, you have no more werewolf parts. Yeah. But you do have 2 Cloak of Shadows potions, 1 Ore potion, and 1 Scorpion's Touch potion.
You are welcome. Because you were doing nothing with those werewolf
I
parts.
know, right?
And, like, yeah, an alchemist is a great place to offload that kind of crap.
That stuff, you can see the way that Bubbles looks at the various and inspects each individual claw. This is very valuable to him. He thinks he got a great deal.
I think Nate will just nod and be like, pleasure doing business. If I come across any more interesting assets, I'll know where to come.
Absolutely. You're quickly becoming my favourite person, Nate. We've only met twice.
Traitor!
Hey, well,
Loki was never his favourite person.
I paid for his I paid for his dots, sir.
Alright, Nate. You have a haul, and you disappear to where?
Back to his apartment.
Okay.
Not Loki's, because his apartment is empty, and it's Suichi was the only one guarding it, so I think he'd have a look and just see what's there. Maybe spend the the day there if you could.
All right.
Gather up all the money and stuff that's there. It's like probably was abandoned. Maybe clean his clothes.
Cool. And I think that's most of the rest of the night for you. Loki and Florence, after you have shot a person and run away.
Yes. We shot a person and ran away.
Hey. Less of the we, thank you. And
That
I
is-
thought
that-
I thought I was Bubbles' favourite person, Josh.
You weren't there.
Bubbles says a lot of shit, to be honest.
No.
Bubbles just keeps talking. That's how Bubbles operates.
Florence is heartbroken. Well, Florence would be heartbroken if Florence knew. Anyway, yeah. So we've just shot somebody and run away. That's fine.
Oh, yes. And the next plan?
Homeless network. Out
Homeless
where
network. Loki, tell me. What are you asking?
I would like to set them on... Basically, I'd like to set them on Bradley, but not himself, his properties. So I'd like to start them off at his known headquarters and follow people to find out other places they go and also set up on there. They're not following people, they're watching buildings. And basically, I want them to note people, how they look, distinguishing features, and the amount of traffic they see from, let's inverted commas, suspicious people, but I don't want them tailing anyone.
You want them to find other buildings Bradley's people go to without tailing them?
Well, aside from, they'll tail them there, but like they're not tailing people. Like as soon as they get to the building and they know that that's a building, you know, then they set up on the building, not on the person.
Okay. They're, you know, willing to accept this job.
They're kind of not very effective, but I think I noted that down. Even though I put 2 dots into them so that there's a big load of them, I specifically noted down not very effective. So
Absolutely. I know exactly how effective they are.
Mm-hmm.
But they will accept the job in exchange for...
dicks. I don't really have anything much at the moment. Yeah, okay, favors. Future favors. 1 ask each.
Okay then.
Fuck. If they fail, I'm gonna fucking skin every single one of them. And I do make a point of saying that to them, because I do not like making out with a bad deal, which I'm gonna have to.
Well, they balk at your threats and like, yeah, sure, okay, whatever. But they say they'll do it.
I expect a fucking top job, right?
We always do top jobs.
Really?
That's yes.
What about last year?
Yeah, well,
2 people saw you. 2 people saw you.
a lot of people see me. I live on the streets.
They reported you to the police.
Yeah, a lot of people report me to the police. This is not unusual.
It is
How-
not. It is
Look,
not subtle.
you want-
You're supposed to be subtle. People aren't supposed to see you.
No, everyone sees us. People ignore us. That's the difference.
So be ignored.
Florence will butt in at this point. And
Look.
she'll be like, yes, the whole point is you're just like filthy and stinky. And yes, sometimes you go right up to people and they'll be like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. And disgusting like her.
Thank you. Cup of
Doesn't
tea
always
to-
work. I was drunk that time, okay?
Yeah, I'm just saying, maybe don't get drunk this time.
When you find 5 bottles of meths, you're not going to have a good time?
5? My God, how can you still see?
Mm.
He's got some serious kidneys on him.
Yeah. So, we clear about this. Low profile.
Low profile. Yeah, sure.
Okay, go spread the word.
Whatever. Yeah. Toddles off.
I don't know how I managed to find so many incompetent people and surround myself with them, but it happens.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know how I managed to surround myself with so many incompetent people, but it happens.
Have you thought that maybe it's something to do with you?
No.
Like attract like?
No. You think I'm incompetent? Really?
Well, I mean, if you're not very good at finding competent people, then that's not really a mark of your competence at finding competent people, then, is it? There you go, you must be incompetent.
I don't like it when you make sense, Florence. Let's go.
What? I have my moments.
All right. So I think this will end the night for all 3 of you. Nate at his apartment, Loki and Florence.
Home from Florence.
Oh yeah, sick burn. And the 3 of you make a rouse check to wake up the next night.
I ate, motherfucker.
Nate and Florence are fine.
Nom nom nom.
Loki is also fine.
Yes.
The blood tax does not occur this night.
We're energy efficient. Lean, mean vampire machines.
I mean, you didn't really do much, so that's...
Stuff.
I actually, I was gonna say, I realized how little I have to rouse with Loki.
Yeah,
compared to, like, John.
you never use blood. It's incredible.
This is the first time Loki has eaten since he turned up.
Mm.
And he fucked it up nearly.
I think that went incredibly well. I crit. Thank you.
The leg.
I mean, that...
For somebody who's like supposed to be all sneaky and stealthy and, you know, a little bit woo, a little bit way, it's just like bang.
I mean, he's not exactly stealthy. He's paranoid, and he's an information broker.
So he's paranoid, and he's kind of like, you know, a wheeler dealer.
Yeah.
And he just fucking marches up to somebody, shoots him in the leg, and then just like slurps on them.
Yeah.
And then tries to tie a bandage around their neck.
I mean, that was a bad roll, in my defense.
Competence.
I didn't say he was competent. I said he was. I can't remember what.
It's a good thing you didn't try to say. I mean, just, you know, the world might have exploded or something, or, you know, getting hit by lightning. I'm competent.
All right. Unless there is anything quick that anyone would like to do, I have something we can end on.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Nate, you get an email.
Okay.
And it's from Repario Investigations.
Ooh, okay.
It says, included within is a PDF of everything that Mr. Grimald is going to be doing for the next week. And it appears... I don't know why I said PDF. You know what? It's a PDF. It's a PDF full of pictures that someone has taken of a diary. And it includes various places, like visiting locations around. There's names in there that you've not discovered. However, at the end of the week, it says, meet Renala.
Okay. Let's have a week.
You have a week.
And
Okay.
she's alive.
That's a good thing. I mean, I do have this nice, wonderful young woman who he could tell Bradley that Ferris is invested in to swap for Renala, maybe.
That's a possibility. But the fun thing is, there's no point in killing her yet.
Exactly.
I wouldn't get to do anything fun then.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Follow, subscribe, chat. Watch the VODs on YouTube on Strange Adventures. If you need to catch up.
If you go back a little bit, you can see me playing John. That's quite fun.
John was a fun character who I hope turns up again soon.
To a wall, it was great.
Smash someone's head like a watermelon, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm so glad I finally got to play Bubbles again.
I fucking love Bubbles.
I fucking love Bubbles.
So great.
He's a smarmy git.
What's this strange smelling rag that smells really familiar that Florence found?
It could be anything, Florence. It's a rag in the sewers.
It could be, but it smells.
Or it could be everything.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, did Loki or Nate actually smell that?
I think Florence was like, smell it.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Florence like shoved it in my face, and I was like, no, don't want to sniff that really.
Oh well. So, until next week, to the cawing of ravens, we will leave you. Follow all these wonderful people on their Twitch channels, on Instagram, and
No, who are you? Go away. Stop following me. Leave me alone.
don't worry, you just obfuscate and then, disappear and they'll never see you again.
Kaiser Soze.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I should probably end this now because I'm waffling. So
Sure.
until next time, bye!